to the city park.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Guy. My name is Light Angle Productions, and I want to welcome you to With Light Angle Productions. First things first, I need new shirts. August, let me show you something. What? Dude, don't make them think I abuse you. Come here. Hello, everybody. I would like to do a check-in, and I feel a little self-conscious in this shirt, actually. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Need new clothes. How am I going to show my muscles off with my long sleeve shirts on, though? All right, you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes I just get on here and just fucking wear whatever bullshit I woke up in. That's often the case. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Light Angle Productions. Okay, what I do is, you know, I have to change my shirt, honestly. It's bothering me. Okay, that's better, dude. I like loose clothing. That's why I wear fucking, oh, that's so much better. I do not like tight clothing. So my window is stuck open so long as I have this air conditioning unit here. And it's funny because I don't want people seeing me doing this. I have a self-consciousness of people seeing me record what I'm about to put on the internet. But no one looks at you guys watch, dude. My channel, me, Guy. You guys watch, and you've been following a lot. I'll say lately, like people are watching, like when I put the videos out, you know. I don't know how long they watch for. I don't even look at that anymore. I don't really look at any of the metrics other than just kind of I'll see that how many, you know, views happen. I do look at some of the metrics early, but anyway, the reason I say that is because what I'm doing is turning into something. It's been the same. What I like to think that I do is share the deepest parts of me with you, you know? And in order to do that, I kind of established it early, and I'm staying consistent with it. Okay, so let me tell you what's happening with me, because that's what I do here. I share the deepest parts of me with you. And that is the service or the entertainment I can offer is humanity, energetic stream of consciousness, real human being showing you as much or if not more than anyone you see will, I think. I'm not like this. I get self-conscious. Like so this happened today. Twice, you know, I had this happen, and I've kind of been talking about this a little bit, like with the ecstatic dance video, or the people in the community, me feeling self-conscious about what I say here. It's not like, dude, this is a lot. Like if I were to meet you in person, or even already have a relationship with you, and say, oh yeah, I do this thing, like, I get self-conscious of like what they're gonna see. If you think about it, you know, for those of you that know me, you know, I don't know what you think, but like this is a lot. You know, if you look down my page, it's fucking thick with like strong content, you know, and I'm a pretty like social, passively type of, you know, laid back person. I mean, I don't know. I'm good socially, but this is not that. You know, I am creating from a place that's very intimate within me, and I've been doing a lot of it for the last year with intensity and passion, and so I say all that to say, like, today our clients, I got to talking with her, and I went to show her. She said she loves to dance. I said I love to dance, and I however it led to art and to me sharing what it is I do. I just immediately get like I don't want to. On one hand, I want to share it, but it's like, to me, it's just awkward. I don't know how to express what I'm trying to say. Like, I always want to like buffer it with them and explain. And so anyway, because the most recent video I posted was a Playboy video, and again, like I've said, like I live in a really liberal town, and it's not, I hate to use it's not the politics here. What the fuck am I trying to say? I just don't know how people are gonna react, I don't know how else to explain it other than like, I'm really proud of what it is that I do here, but when it comes to showing it to people in my real life for the first time, or someone who I am meeting in the real life, I'm really scared. And like, I want, this thing that I'm doing really is saving my life. I don't mean to be, I am not overselling that. Like, I really mean it. My friend Ryan tagged me in a post on Facebook yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I opened it, and it was a story of a alienated father. It was a guy's friend. I ended up not reading most of it, just because it's hard for me. It's hard for me to dip into that. I have to protect my mental state right now, and this guy had committed suicide. This guy's friend had been alienated from his kid and had committed suicide. And I think the guy writing the post was starting to be alienated as well. And I was really grateful that my friend tagged me in that. And it reminded me of what it is that I'm doing here, and I was just thinking before I sat down, like, I would bet most of you had never heard the term parental alienation before. And if you had, you probably just assumed it was just, removing the kid from the other parent or something along those lines. There's a lot more to it. And I haven't even I did the 17 strategies video 6 months ago. I've done a few videos about it. But the reality is that the suicide risk, it goes up 300% in the largest study. That's scientific, right? That's from the research on the one biggest study on it, which is outdated, and there needs to be more research on this, and more advocacy, and more bills passed, and more reform in the courts, which is happening. Like, the movement is growing. And like I said, you guys probably hadn't heard of it. I would assume probably 80% of you didn't really know what it was until you started watching me talk about it. There is something big it's growing right now, and which is great, because this phenomena has always happened, but it's a lot easier to grab a hold of the reins if you know what to call it. And sometimes I speak really candidly about it all, and other times I'm guarded about it, and right now I'm a little guarded about it, but typically there is personality disorders, the same ones, the high conflict personality disorders behind every fucking case of it. And I don't know where that leads or what can be done, what you can do with that information, but my friend Mark reached out to me today. I talked about him a few months ago. He was Matt's friend that we got connected. He's being alienated as well. I hadn't heard from him in a few months maybe, and he shared some stuff that had gone down with him, and I got reminded of, what I look like to other people or sound like, You know, he was kind of he likes to send me voice messages, and he kind of told me some of the story, and then he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, he's like, this probably doesn't make sense. And I was like, dude, I speak this language. Like, it fractures your fucking mind into 1,000 pieces. And when you speak to people, you are so self-conscious because there's a fallacy that automatically has people favor the alienator, basically. If they're making claims, typically people think that those claims are rational and justified. It's a fallacy. And so when you talk about it, you're just like, you're feeling judged on top of it all. It's one of the factors that leads to the suicide, honestly. And institutional failure, people not believing you. So anyway, I say all that to say, like, what is here is really dense, and I often operate like a confident person, which I am when I am, and when I'm not, I'm not. And a little sogginess, I got an email from my lawyer saying that there is a date for some court thing in October, and I don't know what that means, but I'll tell you, for me, it reminded me of where I'm at, and basically you guys will watch me spin out again. It's a guarantee. Because this isn't over, and there's a lot of things that I still need to do, as far as, like, one thing that I need to do that I kind of started on right before the mediation. I mean, honestly, I've just been doing the bare minimum of what I can handle, and then I get disappointed and I have to pull out of it all. But I want to make a video, not for here, but just the story, What happened, this email, this date, this text, this, and chart the whole thing. And that means I have to go into all the traumatic evidence again and relive everything. But I will say that I think I'm getting, from doing this, I am feeling stronger every day, and I really should start doing it now, before before things start getting triggered and there's dates, and because that just makes everything so crazy. So anyway, I don't know how much I'll leave that in there. I definitely wanted to talk about that. So yeah, like, just a reminder, if you are new here, yes, things are dense and strange around here, but I'm in a very difficult situation, and I make these videos as I disassociate from that, because that will fucking kill me. So, and not only that, this is a very inspiring story over here. I hope I can just stay on the ride as long as I can. Sometimes I get down on myself because I'm not working as hard as I could be. I like to create, but there's a lot of legwork stuff that I should be doing in order to, like, really beef up the progress. But so on that note, I kind of took a hit the last few days. I fucking started this last Playboy video, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago. And I was working on it off and on, and the recording was okay. It was good enough, and with those recordings, they're like 40 minutes long at least, and I have to get it down to 20. And with this one, I was like, I think there's 20 minutes of, I think I can, a lot of, like, the good ones, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get rid of this, But with this one, I was like, I think I can make this into something. And you know what? I need to just fucking make it and not be precious, and, like, get some reps in, because I need to speed up the process. And the only way to, like, really do that and get good at it is just to not get fucking hung up on the quality as much, and just crank them out, So that is what I intend to do. Collie, get out of there. That's not your food. That's not your food. That's August's food. So yeah, the unfortunate part is that This is Instagram and Facebook, you know, and this isn't the right platform for that. And the other unfortunate part is I'm a fucking manual laborer and I'm almost 50 years old and I'm tired and I don't know any of this shit. Like, I know I need to move it over to a new platform, but I don't know. I don't know how to do that, for one. I'm sure I can figure that out, but it's like, I don't want to like get all invested in that process just to find out that they shut it down too. So that's a mental block, you know? But either way, that is definitely like an impending chore. But for the time being, I'm going to still keep trying to get those reps in. That's most important right now. And I made the last video. Last night, I was like, fuck, I got to finish this video. And I was tired and I kept like kind of waking up and then like working on it. And then I'd fall asleep. I should have just gone to a bed. And, anyway, as soon as I posted it, it got pulled down. So it's like, it just feels like a waste, you know, but it's not. The good thing is when I make these videos that they're kind of timeless in a way. Like I can bank those videos and whenever I do get them somewhere else, they'll still be just as good, right? Because they're not dated as much as like current content would be. So that's okay. So the point of all that, me sharing all that, is that I am pretty sure I'm going to pull Light Angled Productions down, or just, you know, I'm reluctant to say that right now, honestly, because you have to fucking imagine, like, I've got an imaginary lawyer on the other side, like, in my head at all times, right? Like I've said before, I'm not at all concerned about that, really, because alienating your child, you know, the abuse being inflicted upon you, to be concerned about hearing anything from that shit, you know. So I'm kind of already preparing of like, saying I'm already a mess, dude. Like, I think this will be over before the end of the year. And I don't know what things will look like after that. I do know, while I don't have a driver's license, my hope is to just fucking hammer this out, you know. I want to make as much progress with Light Angled Productions and my future as I can in this state. And on that note, I just wanted to give you guys an update, because what it is that I take pride in is offering the realest version of me that I can. And that is something that, as a person who has listened to 35-ish thousand hours of podcasts and audiobooks and just loves documentaries and soft white underbelly and stuff like that, like, that's what I like. You know, I like human stories, and I think, you know, we're only halfway through this story, and it is my hope that it can have a good ending, and I do hope to be someone to advocate for people who can't speak because of the infliction on the brain and being that parental alienation does. I do think that a lot of times when people are out of the situation, they just want to forget about it and not talk about it. And I don't want to do that. I do want to talk about it. I want to educate people on it. But I do hope to also discover a path of recovery with my daughter's co-parents. Or at least, you know, enough for me to help translate how to survive not only the alienation, but after, you know. So, all right, thanks you guys, bye.
I did not ask much of this congregation, standing and shivering in the fine light rain. Oh baby, I felt just like the brave man of Tiananmen Square, like that old Tom Joad, heft in the world.